Rolling with the D. I am Willie D. And my co-host, Dragon.
That's right. You can refer to me as Dragon.
All
and
right.
only Dragon. I would appreciate that. Thank you.
What do you think of that intro, eh?
That was pretty fantastic. Definitely got me pumped up.
Well, it's just like, okay, well, rolling with the D. We always go with the...
Did you get that from the other night when we were watching the Judgment Day clip of when The Undertaker returned as the American Badass?
I don't think he had Limp Bizkit at that time, did he?
No, it was...
Wasn't it Kid Rock?
Kid Rock.
Yeah.
What was the song? American Badass.
American Badass, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know when he went with, Limp Bizkit. Just seemed to fit. I don't know if that's like a copyright issue or...
I don't know.
What the hell are they gonna do, eh?
Who's even listening?
Yeah, these guys got 5 viewers, you know? 5 people who don't have enough time on their hands. I don't know, I guess I should say there's gonna be some strong language here, so listener discretion advised. There's gonna be a lot of fucking shit talking.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, you know what I'm gonna get into right away? I'm gonna get into some little entertainment news here. Alright,
What's on the docket here?
well, this is all from, like, last week. Well, I thought we were doing it last week, but whatever. It's still kind of relevant now. We got some divorces in Hollywood.
Really?
Yeah.
Just kicking it off with a bang,
Well,
eh?
you gotta kick it off with some divorces, right?
We want to. We're gonna dive right into the depression of other people's lives.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm cool with that.
Alright, speaking about depressing people, to start off with, Nicolas Cage.
Didn't hear anything about him.
No, Nicolas Cage is getting divorced from his wife, Alice Kim. She's Asian. Oriental? I don't know. Asian.
Oh, whatever.
They've been married for 12 years, though. They met in 2004 when she was a waitress in a restaurant he went to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, you'd figure a guy like that would be going out with, like, another Hollywood star.
No, man. Some people, they just they like to keep it low key, I think. Nicolas Cage, he's known for his great movies.
Con Air was on, actually, the other day. I was watching that. That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I saw it on the guide. I skipped right by it.
What? You
Yeah.
didn't like Con Air?
John
Malkovich?
It was all right.
I guess. I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. I watched it out here.
It's not worth watching again with commercials.
Well, what Nick Cage movie would you go with?
The Rock.
The Rock? I haven't
Rock.
seen that in years.
With Sean Connery.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in years. What about Snake Eyes? Was that Snake Eyes, was it?
Yeah.
It's where, like, that murder happened in the casino?
I think The Rock's the only one that stands out for me. I think I would watch that with commercials. Actually, I have recently, so.
The Rock was on TV?
Yeah, man.
TBS?
Spike.
Spike, yeah, obviously.
It's always on Spike.
Oh, and Fast Times at Richmond High. He was in that, too. I was watching that.
He was in that?
Yeah, he was one of Spicoli's friends. No, that was...
One of the stoners?
Was he? No, he was like one of the guys that Bradley worked with at that...
All-American Burger.
All-American Burger, yeah.
So you want a job at All-American Burger.
Yeah, I think... Oh, Nick Cage, yeah. I think he was, like, working the grill when Bradley got fired for swearing at that customer.
Okay.
He just kind of, like, popped his head in. That was, like, before he had any big fame.
I don't know. I would put that up there in his top 3.
Well, that was probably one of his better performances.
The Rock, number 1. Number 2, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I don't even remember seeing him in it, but I'll put it at number 2. Number 3, Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider.
1 or 2.
They made a second one?
Oh, yeah, I think they have, like, 3 or something. Ghost Rider with a Vengeance, or...
We'll go with 2.
Go with 2.
We'll go with
You
2.
haven't even seen it.
I haven't seen it, but
He's,
it's Nick Cage. If anyone can pull off a sequel, it's probably him, right? Because no one else can do
Well,
it.
he's been having a pretty rough go of it, though. Like, I mean, I think he years ago he didn't pay his taxes or something like that, and
Shocking.
that's why he's in, like, a bunch of these crappy movies now. Same with Wesley Snipes, right?
He's the man.
Well, I mean, The Fan. What about that? That's a good one.
Is he in that too?
He's like the main character in it.
Nick Cage?
No. Wesley
Snipes, yeah. Well, I know Wesley Snipes.
But
Nicolas Cage is probably in that.
he lost all that Blade money. Anyways, Nick Cage is going to be losing probably a good shitload of money due to this divorce. They have a 10-year-old son, Kal-El.
Kal-El.
Kal-El,
How do you spell that?
Kal-El. K-A-L, then like a hyphen E-L. That's Superman's like kryptonic name.
Yeah.
Like he named his son after.
Is he a Superman fan? He must be.
Well, he was in that.
Did his wife have any say in that? I doubt it.
I don't know what happened. I mean, you look at like Zach Wilde with his kids' names, right? Like Hendrix, Rhodes, like
Sabbath Page.
That's not a bad name, but
she's an Instagram star.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on the Godfather's Instagram page. He's always rolling with her. Rolling with Sabbath Page.
Rolling with the D, rolling with the Doom Crew.
Drinking the Valhalla Java.
Yeah. Can't drink beer anymore.
No. Just the tea. He drinks a lot of tea.
Like, there's no way you could get away with having a kid's name like that, eh?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
It's only, like, celebrities who seem to be able to get away with that. But Kal-El... No, he was supposed to be in that Superman movie. Can you tell me a couple weeks ago that you saw, like, a picture of him with the long hair and...
Oh, yeah. So I was on the internet trolling around. And then I seen a picture of Nicolas Cage in a Superman suit with long hair. I thought it was photoshopped.
No, that was real.
That was real. What do you mean? Like, so...
Like, they were gonna... It was him. Tim Burton was supposed to direct it.
See, Tim Burton probably would have made a cool Superman movie.
No, because I guess what they wanted... Kevin Smith was actually attached to it, and what they wanted was... Like, Superman couldn't fly. He didn't have a cape. And, like, a bunch of this other stuff. And like, he was supposed to fight a big spider.
Okay.
And, like, Kevin Smith kind of worked... It just ended up being crappy, right? Never ended up going through. Anyways, the same producer who did that also did Wild Wild West. And in Wild Wild West, they fight that big mechanical spider thing, right?
That was a good movie.
He wanted... I guess Will Smith just came out recently and said, like, it was a crappy movie.
Oh, yeah, but what does he know?
I don't know. He's lost
confused.
his mind now.
You ever see his kid?
Oh, my God, yeah.
He's confused.
I think the both of them are confused.
Together.
Yes, there's a picture of, what's his daughter? No, that's his wife.
Willow.
Yeah, Willow. I guess there's a...
She whipped her hair back and forth, remember?
I want you to get into acting, and I want you to get into music.
Yeah.
Force them into it, and that's probably why they're all screwed up, though. But I guess, Willow, there was a picture of her boyfriend who's, like, 21 or something.
How old is she?
I don't know. She's, like, 13 or something.
Oof.
But I guess Will Smith was fine with it. And then, Jaden?
Something
yeah,
like
that's
that.
his name. Anyways.
The Karate Kid.
No, Ralph Macchio is a Karate Kid. But anyways, he was caught wearing, or not caught, but he, like, doing some fashion design for women's clothing. I don't know, like,
I can see that.
But it's supposed to be, like, I don't know what the hell the word is.
Metrosexual. Yeah, I knew a few of those cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be ignorant.
I'm not.
Gender's just a social construct, right?
So Nick Cage.
Okay, yeah. So Nick Cage is getting divorced from his wife that they met in a restaurant. Yeah, they have a 10-year-old son. I don't know how he's going to take it. She's going to probably... Well, I don't know if she'll actually end up getting money from it if he doesn't have any.
My question is, why is this news?
I don't know. It was on TMZ.
Who the fuck cares about Nicolas Cage?
TMZ, apparently.
Ugh.
Got another divorce for you.
Who's that?
This one might hit a little home with you, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Frances Bean Cobain and husband...
She got married?
Isaiah Silva. He is the lead vocalist and guitarist for the Eries. Have you ever heard the Eries?
God, no.
They're probably some shitty band. Yeah, she got married.
I honestly thought she was a lesbian.
No? Two years married. No, sorry, less than 2 years. Why do they even put less than 2 years?
Well, because it was between 1 and 2 years.
I guess, yeah. Anyways, less than 2 years. The cops were called to the house to make sure shit didn't go down. Those are my words, not TMZ's. I guess, like, she was moving out, and they must have had, like, a pretty rough divorce or something, and the cops were called just to make sure she could take her stuff away and not, have stuff go down.
What does she do?
I don't know, lives off that Nirvana money? Like,
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people living off that money. Oddly enough, I did also read up on it. Frances says she hated Nirvana.
Well,
and her dad is no hero.
Well, I can agree with that.
Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, I guess she was more into bands like Oasis and stuff. Wow.
Oasis, eh?
Yeah.
Over Nirvana?
Over Nirvana. She picks Oasis over her dad's band.
Well,
no, she didn't say Hole, though. She didn't. Not a fan of Hole.
Sucks.
Yeah.
That was just ridiculous. What a fucking train wreck she is.
Who's that?
Courtney Love.
Oh, Courtney Love, yeah. I don't know, like, I banged a few out to her, though.
Ugh. God.
You ever see The People versus Larry Flint?
Yeah.
I'm naked in that a few times. I think she had her shit together at that point.
I doubt it.
Like, I wouldn't marry her or anything.
I wouldn't even fucking go near her.
No?
No.
Like, if she walked in right now...
I'd tell her to leave.
Get out of here.
Give me some of that Nirvana money and piss off.
I just want one of your guys' beers. Do you have any heroin?
No, nah. She never did it for me, man.
Well, she never, like, did it for me, but it was just...
Apparently she did.
Well, yeah. Then again, like...
You just told me you banged a few out to her.
Yeah, but I mean, I've probably done that to quite the amount of girls.
I would imagine.
Girls in general just do it for me.
They just do it for you,
They just do it for me.
Fucking pair of tits, you're good to go.
As long as it's actually a woman, right?
Oh, don't even get me started there.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Alright, so...
Actually, speaking of which...
Oh, God, here we go.
Before I go back into the...
I know where this is going.
Entertainment news. Today is Canada Day, right?
Yeah.
Happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day.
Yeah, Happy Canada Day.
How was work?
Oh, you got paid pretty good.
Yeah,
Like,
work was good today.
Didn't really do too much. Well, yeah, I got paid well. The one thing I do want to know your opinion on Canada Day is the new new lyrics to the national anthem.
What are those again? Like
I think it's an all our sons command, and now it's like an all our command. Because it was too offensive to say sons and not include daughters, or...
Yeah, whatever.
Just wait for it, though. Soon, people can complain that God's in the national anthem, and that offends them, so they gotta take that out, and... Then people will say, well, why are we even singing a national anthem? We shouldn't have nationalism. It should be multiculturalism, or such. I don't know. I guess they sung the first lyrics to the new national anthem at a Blue Jays game.
They did. I saw that, actually. It was that metrosexual band there who... Headley.
Headley?
Yeah, Headley. I saw that.
Wait, they sung it?
Yeah. Well, just the singer, I think. I think it was at a Blue Jays game. I remember watching it. I wasn't really paying attention. Maybe I saw it on SportsCenter. I don't remember.
Wait, like he sang the national anthem?
He sang the national anthem. It was the first time that it was sang since they changed it.
Yeah.
I guess that was, what, like last week or something?
Yeah, I think it was like last week. We're a week behind here.
So, must have been at a Blue Jays game. Maybe... No. Sorry. It was at the very first... it was at the kickoff game for CFL last week. The Argos and the Ticats.
Either or. They sung it there.
It was in Toronto. They sang it there. Headley put on a phenomenal pregame concert. I just imagine it was phenomenal.
Oh, people probably were into it, right?
I would imagine. And
like,
yeah. And then sure enough, there he is singing the new national anthem to our country.
Was Trudeau
What
there?
a disgrace. Oh yeah.
He was, eh?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he was. I didn't see him. He might have been off doing something else.
Yeah. Taking the new lyrics aside, all right? Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't see why you can't just keep them the way. And like I said, it was probably just like, 5 people who have nothing better to do in their life than go and worry. Those people who just wake up and they're like, oh, what's going to offend me today? And they just decided, well, the national anthem's going to offend me today. I don't know, I don't agree with it. Keep it the way it was. I don't think, the majority of people I seem to read on my Facebook wall don't seem to have a problem with it. My problem is, why was the singer of Headley singing the national anthem?
Because they're Canadian rock stars, man.
But, I find, when you watch, a football game in the States, or hockey game in the States, anything in the States where they do the national anthem, although Lady Gaga did a pretty good job when she sang it at whatever the hell she sang it at, Super Bowl, I think, wasn't it? Anyways, I like when they get, a black woman to sing it.
Careful now.
Sometimes a little portlier, too. But they seem to have that soul. They can... The American national anthem, that is. Black or person of color, whatever. I find it to... I don't know. It gives me goosebumps, bud.
But, in Canada, I mean... Anytime you have an event like that happening, you got... they'll dig around for a Canadian artist to sing it.
Well, Celine Dion's a Canadian artist. You couldn't get her to do it?
Yeah, she's, I don't know. I think she had a commission right now. She just lost, her whole family recently.
I guess, yeah.
She's probably just laying low.
Yeah, she's not singing any national anthems.
But it's these award shows you have, that are just strictly Canadian artists.
Oh, what are they? Junos.
The Junos, and what's that other one? Much Music. That's still a thing?
I don't know if that still goes
on. No, it is. I've seen the
is
commercials.
But they don't even play music videos
I know.
Anymore.
It's ridiculous.
And neither does MTV.
But I mean, as long as that's been around, you got Best Artist, and it's just a crop of Canadian artists. They always have the Best International Artist, which usually goes to an American. But I mean, the whole thing's bullshit.
Like Beyonce.
What's Justin Bieber's winning fucking Best Music Video?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Well, and no one sees his music video. Remember when
where do you watch music? YouTube.
Yeah, but I mean, who's even going on that?
Man, I still pop on a few music videos here.
Yeah, but I mean, we're not talking about
Warren.
But see, the '80s music videos were the best, though.
Fantastic.
All right, we're not gonna take it. Just burst through the wall. I
pulled up a little article here about that Canada Day nonsense. Let's see here. So by July 1st, those sons may not be part of anthem history as a bill changing the lyrics of O Canada moves towards becoming law this fall. The change would see the line "True patriot love and all thy sons command" replaced with the broader non-gender specific "in all of us command." So there you go.
I don't know. It just, it's stuff like that irritates me. Why? I mean, I guess it's the world we live in now, right? I don't know.
Change is good, I guess.
Here's a question for you. Back to the entertainment.
Yeah.
We got 2 big movies out right now. And I got to know your opinion on which one you would rather go see.
Are they out currently or coming out?
They're out currently now. Currently
All right,
out.
hit me.
Finding Dory.
What's that?
You've never seen Finding Nemo?
No.
That was actually a pretty good movie. Ellen was in it. She played a fish.
Ellen was in it.
Yeah, she played a fish who couldn't remember.
Was she giving away $10,000 to people for their...
Isn't that Oprah?
No, man, that's... Well, Ellen's the new Oprah.
Ellen's the new Oprah.
Haven't you ever watched her show?
Gay's the new black.
Alright, so... Finding Dory.
Finding Dory, which is about...
It's a Pixar movie.
Yeah, it's obviously a Pixar movie.
Alright, I'll take my daughter to see it.
Okay, or... Independence Day Resurgence.
Well, I mean, if you're giving me a choice, if you got a gun to my head, I'm gonna go see the sequel to Independence Day.
Yeah.
Was it 20 years later?
20
years
yeah,
later.
because it was 96 that the original one happened.
Yeah.
And it's 20 years later, like in their movie, I guess the, and I'm basing all my opinions on reviews that I've seen on YouTube.
Obviously you would.
I guess it's all just about, like, we've used the aliens' technology to make
Yeah,
cool
I've seen
TV,
the trailers.
shit like that, right?
I've seen the trailers.
And then they come
use
back.
the alien technology to rebuild the world.
Yeah.
But the whole time, the aliens were plotting too.
Yeah, they were playing.
And then they
But
return
I guess
bigger,
it's-
stronger,
Yeah.
faster.
I guess it's kind of like a reboot also. Like, you know how Jurassic World was...
Terrible? Yep.
I don't know, I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I liked it when the T-Rex came out in the end and saved the day. I like that T-Rex.
Yeah, that was corny as fuck.
Well, yeah, I mean, you had to bring him up. But
I
yeah,
was
it's kind
wondering. Anyway, yeah.
it's kind of like a reboot. Soft reboot. I don't know what the hell they call it now. Reimagining, whatever, of the new ones. So I found out why. Well, I didn't find out. This isn't hard evidence.
You're not digging too deep.
I'm-
It's not a concern.
But apparently a lot of these movies that are getting rebooted, redone, all this stuff, are getting done because now the China market's involved, right?
Okay.
So, like in Independence Day, I guess there's a scene where they lift up a Chinese city, I don't know, probably Beijing or whatever, and drop it on like London or something. Anyways,
It's a hell of a tactic.
yeah, and there's a lot of like Chinese actors and actresses in the movie, and it's just kind of to like appeal to the Chinese market, the international market. Russia apparently is getting pretty big too, so that's why they're rebooting a lot of these movies, because yeah, us in North America will complain about it, but in China they're just flocking over there to see it, right? So
Have they ever seen the first one?
that's a good question. I don't even know if you're allowed to. God knows what the laws are in China for what movies. I mean, I would imagine if you can see this one, you must be able to see
They'd be like releasing
original,
it
yeah.
before the release of this one.
That'd be awesome though if you could go to the theaters, see Independence Day, and then right after see.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
There's a movie theater in Vancouver that used to play old movies, so they'd play like Terminator 1 and then Terminator 2.
Yeah, ours do here too every now
Oh,
and
do they?
again. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well. There you go, right?
Pay like $2, $2 or $3 versus the $15 I think it is to go.
What was like one of the last movies they did? Finding Nemo. You didn't go see it though.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, eh?
Yeah.
I didn't even have this down on, but maybe you can give your quick little review. The Ghostbusters.
The original Ghostbusters.
No. The theme for the new movie came out as done by Fall Out Boy.
Oh God.
Now I played that for you.
Yeah.
Fall Out Boy and what's her friggin' name there?
Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott, yeah. What did you think of that one?
Oh God. It was trash.
It didn't get you pumped to see the new Ghostbusters?
No, the amount of crap that's being poured on this movie. I mean, we don't even know it could be good. I mean, the trailers are making it come off as, trash. I'm not gonna base an opinion on a movie off of a trailer like most people do these days.
Will you base it off of
But
Fallout?
well, I mean, hey, that's not helping. It's not a good start. Like, I'm trying to remain optimistic about this film.
You're a big Ghostbusters fan.
Huge Ghostbusters fan. I've seen Ghostbusters. I can't even count. It was that movie. Ghostbusters was a movie for me that, I would put on when I go to sleep.
Yeah.
It was always that movie.
1 or 2, which one's better for you?
1.
1, yeah. The first movie, yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. I like the second one too.
Yeah.
We had it on beta.
What the hell's beta? Yeah,
Exactly.
We weren't poor.
Let's not. What do you mean poor?
Beta.
Beta. That was before the VCR.
How old are you? Like, you're my age. You're a little older.
Yeah, but we had a beta player.
Beta. Wow.
Yeah. I don't even know how it was on beta because Ghostbusters 2 came out in the 90s.
When did beta stop being a thing?
In the 80s?
How late into the 80s?
I don't know, man.
It might be something where, like, they still put it out.
It might have been a recording or something.
It was, like, on TV.
Maybe.
Do you remember doing that? Recording?
I was so young.
With the VCR, you would
Yeah.
record a movie on, and you could always stop it so you didn't get the commercials. I did that with Tommy Knockers.
Oh, I did with a bunch of films.
Yeah.
You'd record it on TV, and you'd be so pissed off because you fucked up. You got one commercial in there. You went for a piss or something, and you come back. Fuck!
You used to be able to do that.
And there's a fucking commercial on there for fucking Viagra. No, that's nowadays. They didn't have
nowadays,
anyway.
yeah.
Back to the fucking movie. Anyway, so yeah, huge Ghostbusters fan. I don't know. I'm not gonna shit on this until I see it.
Yeah.
That's
good. So you're not sexist then.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. What do you think about the hate? Do you think it is sexist that people don't like it? Or?
I think people just, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. People are fucking so stupid now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it. They fucking watch these trailers and they base an opinion on it. Oh, I'm not gonna go see that. They're gonna go fucking see it.
Oh,
Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up.
I think the first week it'll do really good because people are going to go see it, but
Yeah.
it's that second week where are people going to go back and see it again or tell their friends? That's what happened with Batman versus Superman there. Their first week was, I don't know, I think fairly good, but then the second week people were like, nah, don't go see it, it's shit.
Yeah, I don't know, like...
I just watched it online, like...
Yeah, I mean, whatever, like, I'll go see it. Judging from the trailers, it's, it's gonna be, these women in it, like, the same type of movie they're always in.
Yeah.
That type of comedy. You can just tell from the trailers, the types of jokes they're throwing around. And...
To me, it just looks like it's gonna be more of a made to be a comedy, as where, because I'm not a huge Ghostbusters fan. Really, I used to watch the cartoon and everything when I was a kid, but like it just seems like it's going to be more like they're making it to be a comedy, as where the original
trying to be funny.
Yes, as where the original was like a comedy, but also like a science fiction horror thing.
Yeah, more like a sci-fi movie. But the thing is, I mean, with those guys, I mean, they all worked together prior to making this movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Well,
these
but
guys.
I mean, the girls doing it now. They've worked on what was it, Bridesmaids? The director was there.
No, who cares? They worked on one movie or two movies together. I know a couple of them are in Saturday Night Live, and so I mean, so were the guys, right? But
yeah, but Saturday
Night Live
sucks
was cool
now.
then.
Yeah, it sucks. It's horrible now.
But I mean, these guys also made a bunch of movies together too, right? Caddyshack, Stripes.
Yeah. Stripes, yeah.
Oh man, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, the director, Ivan Reitman, he worked with them all. So, I mean, these guys had a fantastic chemistry together. And, so, I mean, in their type of comedy, it just worked. If you didn't understand it. Like, I watch the movie with, people, and I laugh at parts, and there's no one else in the room laughing.
Yeah, but
I'm laughing.
But I found, like, that movie, because they all had different kind of, like, comedy to them, right?
Yep.
And that's why they probably all work really well together.
Yes.
I I don't know. Like, I won't judge it till I stream the shitty handycam version of it, because I'm not going to go to theaters to see that. But
What if you get a date?
if I get a date and she wants to go see, I'll obviously have to go see it, right?
There you go. So there's the X factor.
Well, there is the X factor. Yeah, I would have to go see it if I had a date. But I mean, like, I'll hold my judgment. I don't know. It just looks bland. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like.
It probably will be.
Yeah, like that's all of my
I'm not
real.
giving it much hope.
Screw it. I'll say it. Women Ghostbusters. Come on.
Oh.
Bernie Worrell, Parliament keyboardist, died 72, aka the Wizard of Woo. This was like a week ago, I suppose. So
yeah,
I don't know if you're a big Parliament fan.
Not really.
I listened to a couple of their stuff. Very heavily sampled on Snoop Dogg's first album, Doggy Pound.
I did like that one.
That was a good album, yeah. All that keyboard was the Wizard of Woo. Here's one for you, bud. Actually, I'll put these two together, but I'll skip over. I'll go to this one. Lindsay Lohan, who hasn't been in the news recently. Lindsay Lohan.
Yes, that's a good thing.
Yeah. She very upset over the Brexit vote. Apparently, Elizabeth Hurley was not. She slept sound. This is what was on TMZ. Because I was thinking, who the hell gives a shit what Lindsay Lohan thinks of Brexit?
Yeah, really. Is this
Apparently I do, because I wrote it down to talk about it today.
I didn't hear about this. I mean, I don't read that.
TMZ is really like, I was like, let's try to get some entertainment news out of this, and it's
Well, I mean, yeah, that's
mostly Kanye West stuff or Beyonce.
Kanye West.
Kanye West, yeah.
So she's getting into that part of the world now,
I
is
don't even
she?
think she knows what the hell's going on. Like, she doesn't. She said she was upset about it. Someone probably.
What was the reason she gave?
I didn't read the story. I just assumed, like, what an idiot.
Okay. All right.
I think she was just upset because they're leaving the EU. I mean,
and that affects her life how?
It doesn't affect her life. It doesn't affect my life. Unless it ends up coming out that...
Is her cocaine coming over from that part of the world?
No, that's probably coming in from Mexico. But if Strongbow ends up going up and I have to pay $4 for the single can I get every couple months.
Yeah.
Here's a story for you. Hulk Hogan to serve on Gawker creditor committee. Hogan won $140 million from Gawker after they put out the video of, well, his sex video, and then obviously him saying racist slurs.
Some trashy stuff.
He said a couple of racist slurs.
He dropped the bomb a few times.
He dropped it, you know. Anyways, he won the lawsuit. $140 million. I don't even know if he'll end up seeing that if they go bankrupt.
He won't.
Well, he'll probably see something from it, though.
Not $140 million.
No. But, you know what? Apparently a part of Gawker's, like, empire was this website called Jezebel. I don't know if you've ever heard of Jezebel.
Sounds familiar.
They put out, like, all these, like...
Sounds like a porno company.
No, it's like a feminist website. So, like, how to... I don't know, lose your man and who cares, become a lesbian.
How to become a strong woman.
Why women aren't paid as much.
Okay.
Stupid shit like that, right? Anyways, they're going under, Gawker's going under, all this stuff. But Hogan's going to be sitting on the creditor committee. So I don't know.
They gave him a job.
Well, he's got a job, yeah. And
that's all the guy wants, really, is a job.
Yeah, he just needs it. Well, he just won $140 million.
That he won't see.
But with the inside information I have from a YouTube video of people who do inside wrestling information, apparently Hogan might be coming back to WWE. I figure they'll give him like another year. Everything will kind of cool down.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like, what's he gonna do? Who cares?
Well, I mean, like, nothing else can come out now, like, unless he sat down and... I mean, like, if I was Hogan, I'd be like, you know... I said some pretty bad things, but like I figure if Trump wins, Hogan's back in WWE.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
All right. I can go with that.
Vince McMahon originally wanted to cover up the Roman Reigns wellness violation. His original punishment was just to lose the WWE title belt, but then word got out, so they had to suspend him and everything like that. Geez, what a conundrum we're in. Do we talk about this in sports, or do we talk about it in entertainment? It's kind of like sports entertainment.
Oh, that was greasy.
No, yeah, it's kind of funny that they would, I don't know, like, suspend the guy. He's going to come back. He's going to be the drug addict and everything. I got some actual news. Once again, this is kind of from a week ago. Fallujah is fully liberated from ISIS.
Oh, yeah?
This just infos. The city of Fallujah in Iraq is liberated fully from ISIS control. That is the Islamic State. ISIS, ISIL, as Obama calls it, whatever. I put that in there because I figured, every little blow to those bastards should be talked about.
They just got bombed, eh?
What?
U.S. just went there and bombed their ass.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Fallujah, though. Like, that place... Iraq's been a mess for... years, right? So, and Fallujah's always been fought over, so... Gotta feel bad for the people there. A little closer to home... Moncton is to, Moncton is to host holy shit. Moncton to host nationwide bodybuilding competition.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, you gonna be going to that?
Like, to compete or to watch?
Well, I don't think you'd be able to compete. No offense,
That's a little rude. I worked out a little at the start of the year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Still pumping those weights in the room?
Yeah, every now and again. Yeah. Alright, so the National Bodybuilding Championships?
Well, it's a national bodybuilding. I don't know if it's the...
national?
Yeah. I also don't know if it's like the steroid, because there's the two leagues, the steroid league and the non-steroid league. Who the hell wants to watch the non-steroid league, though?
Well, to talk to our friend.
Yeah.
The bodybuilder.
Well, not even our friend the bodybuilder. I was wondering if another guy we know might be a grease boy for it.
Yeah, the grease monkey.
Yeah.
Well, you never know.
You never know, no. I have here's... I don't know if you want me to read this, but these are the top trending Google Hillary Clinton questions.
Let's hear them.
Well, I'll go from 5 to 1.
All right.
5 is... Will Bernie Sanders, will Bernie support Hillary?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he will. Number 4, why shouldn't you vote for Hillary Clinton? Don't give your answer.
All right. You don't want to hear it?
Well, why do you think you shouldn't vote for her?
Because she's a bitch.
Yeah, she's kind of a bitch, eh?
Yeah. I don't... whatever. Fuck her. Anyway, keep going.
Number 3, will Hillary win?
Hope not.
Yeah, I think she will, though.
Probably.
I think she's going to win. Question 2. What party is Hillary Clinton?
Wow.
Yeah, like when
so these are the people voting for her.
These are the people voting for her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gross.
And number 1...
Wait. Can I guess?
Yeah, number 1, you can guess. Number 1 question on Google search for Hillary Clinton is... Take your guess.
Is it who is Hillary Clinton?
No.
Oh, okay.
The number 1 top trending question for Hillary Clinton is Hillary Clinton going to jail?
Oh.
So I guess if you really look at it from 1 to 5, because I did 5 to 1, if you look at 1, you got to go, is Hillary Clinton going to jail?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you assume no. Okay, then you go, well, what party is Hillary Clinton and then you find out Democrat.
Right.
Okay. Will Hillary win? Well, that's kind of up to you. Why you shouldn't vote Hillary is what people are kind of...
Okay.
And I think that the real, probably the number one answer to that is she's not Donald Trump. And then, of course, number 5 being, will Bernie support Hillary? Yeah, I mean, like, people talk bad about Trump supporters, and, I think there's just stupid people on both sides of the aisle that, like, I do think Hillary's gonna win. Just that machine, that Clinton machine, like, once they get into gear, and I believe right now she's way up in the polls and everything, and, like, she's... Versus Trump. Trump's kind of coming out every couple days saying something just ridiculous. You want to grab me another one?
Yeah.
Trump's coming out every couple days. He comes out, he says something. I get a laugh at it, right? Like, I would want Trump to win just for the comedy to it, right?
I love Donald Trump.
Like, I think he's hilarious.
God knows if he'd be a good president or not, but the guy's fantastic.
And I mean, same with Hillary, though. Like, who knows if she'd be a good one or not. I think there's pros and cons to both sides. I just find with Trump is, I mean, if those are your two picks, I saw one picture there where it was your choice between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. And it was someone holding a fork to an outlet. So is it the top one or the bottom one you're going to put it in? At least I just find with him it would just be like his press conferences would be hilarious. That's really all I have for entertainment news and everything like that. Do you want to go maybe on? Do we want to do sports?
Well. This kind of...
There's a lot happening in sports right now, folks.
Alright, well, I'm just going to hold on to the Trump thing here.
You want to hold on to the Trump thing? What's going on with
Trump? This kind of will segue into sports, because
as he's wearing his Make America Great Again hat.
That's a lie. I haven't ordered that yet.
I don't wear hats.
I just stumbled upon this article... Donald Trump. So, why Donald Trump buying $12,000 of Tim Tebow gear could potentially be an IRS violation. Now, I haven't read this yet. I just stumbled upon it. So, it says here, Donald Trump has many tremendous friends. Tom Brady, the Patriots, is a tremendous friend. And maybe Tim Tebow is a tremendous friend too, because the Donald spent, according to Washington Post, he spent $12,000 of his foundation's money on Tebow Broncos helmet and jersey several years ago. The original story, blah, blah, blah. So this was a few years ago.
Wait a minute, so that's not even relevant now? Oh, no, I get you. It's all coming out now.
So during the first dinner course, so this was at a charity auction back in 2012. During the first dinner course, the club's trademark, Tom Quick conducted the live auction, which included the surprise additions of 4 tickets to Celine Dion's upcoming concert. We already talked about her earlier. Donated by Donald Trump. And an autographed Tim Tebow helmet, which sold to Donald Trump for $12,000 at the very moment that Tebow was having his halo hammered by Tom Brady. So, referring to the playoff game when he got dismantled by Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah.
The Donald giveth and the Donald payeth. Blessed by the name of the Donald. So, yeah, I don't know what that has to do with anything.
It's just more dirt to come out.
I think so.
It's a Washington Post, though. Like, I don't think. I can't remember. Was it in the Washington Post or the New York Post where he made fun of that the writer who?
New York Post.
Oh yeah, okay.
So it says, fast forward to today, and the Washington Post digging through Trump's charitable giving history. What the newspaper found was Trump paid through another non-profit organization, the Donald J. Trump Foundation, which, depending on what Trump did with the helmet and jersey, could be considered an IRS violation. Afterward, 3 experts on tax law questioned whether Trump had violated IRS rules against self-dealing, which are designed to keep non-profit officials from using their charities to help themselves. Alright. What a champ.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
that's whatever. Like, why is that even
it's just a story to put out there.
I don't. Why did I even read that?
I don't know. Like, I mean, it's probably to like counter all the stuff that's going on that you know they can pull up with the I don't know the Clinton Foundation or whatever. Like, what a mess that whole thing is down there. It's entertaining though. Like that's about really all I have with Donald Trump is I just find him entertaining. Like,
oh, the guy's phenomenal. He's been dominating the media.
Yeah, but he's losing in the polls something bad right now.
Who the fuck? Who cares about those polls?
I mean,
we'll see what happens when shit starts to get real here.
We are going to keep you posted on the events of the United States election as they.
And why not, folks. Right?
Yeah,
it's entertaining as hell. I'd much rather watch that than any crap you would see on the television.
Yeah.
Reality based, I should say.
Like The Apprentice?
I love that show.
I want to see how Schwarzenegger does. Alright, this is what I'm going to do to segue into sports. Because this was kind of actually on my entertainment news. But I figured this is a good little segue into sports.
Just wait. Before you get to what you're going to get to, here's another little good one here. So, Iggy Azalea. Do you know who that is?
Isn't she like some rapper from...
I don't know. I think she's a pop star.
Yeah, pop star, rapper, whatever. Rappist.
Alright, so, have you heard about this story?
No, I don't know. I wasn't on TMZ to see this.
Oh, this definitely would be on there. I don't troll that site, but this is fantastic. So for a while now, Iggy Azalea is with Nick Young, a player for the Los Angeles Lakers. Goes by the name Swaggy Pete.
Okay.
Swaggy Pete. So, his teammate, D'Angelo Russell, came out and said to Iggy that he was cheating on her. Alright?
Yeah, okay, that's not really a big surprise.
Alright, so... But this is
his teammate.
This
came
is
out
his
and said
teammate.
That, eh? Yeah.
Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
His teammate.
Yeah.
What kind of a piece of shit, first of all, is gonna fucking cuss out one of his boys? A teammate. Anyway, so that brought up a bunch of heat. Okay. So, a new story just surfaced. I mean, this has been going on for a little while now. So it turns out they live together. So she's got video surveillance cameras in her house, their house. So he knows about them too.
Yeah.
So he's been bringing home girls to their house. All right. This guy's so fucking stupid. He's bringing chicks back. He's shitting on fucking his teammate. Well, he should be shitting on himself. So he's bringing chicks back. She knows because it's on the cameras.
Wait. Izzy knows.
Swaggy P's fucking around on her.
Yeah, because, okay, so he's caught on camera. So he's cheating on her.
Right.
In the house.
Correct.
That they live at.
Correct.
That has.
Correct.
Video, okay.
And now, there's a new part of the story where one of his ex-girlfriends is now pregnant.
Oh my god.
What a mess, man. What a mess.
Do you,
How fucking stupid can you be? You're bringing home chicks, and you don't even have the decency to go fucking erase the film. Hello.
like, he would know that there's security.
He would think, right? He would think. It's his house. He lives there.
Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the ESPN 30 on 30 about the athletes who go broke.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And they were talking about how there is, like, there's a website out there for women. So, say Tom Brady's going to a bar. They all post up there. Tom Brady's at the bar, and then they go out there. They, they dress up. They flaunt their stuff and everything like that. Kind of setting feminism back. But anyways, so they want to go there. They hook up with Tom Brady. And if they get pregnant, boom, you're in the cash, right?
Mm.
So this girl that got pregnant from, like, obviously she's going to keep the kid, right? Because that's payday. But to be, like, I mean, you have to wonder, like, your average guy who's cheating on his girlfriend, right? Like, would you do it in the very house that you live with your girlfriend? Like,
I wouldn't do it at all.
But then, I mean, Schwarzenegger, he cheated on his wife with the nanny.
Yeah.
Like, here's the girl watching the kids.
That happens a lot, though, man.
Oh, yeah.
Ozzy did it, too.
Ozzy did it.
Yeah, man.
Oh, my God.
He was fucking the nanny.
Like, when?
I don't know, recently?
Oh, my God.
I can't be recently. I think his kids are all old and grown up and moved out of the house.
We still need the nanny.
For the fucking dogs, maybe.
But, I mean, yeah, like, this guy's going to be taken to the... Well, they're not married or anything, though.
No, they're not married, but regardless, I mean, that's a fucking shithead thing to do.
Well, now you have to wonder, okay, because we...
These guys are teammates.
Wait, so whose side are you taking?
I'm on the side of the chick, man.
Wait, which chick?
Iggy. She got fucked around, man.
Well, she got fucked around on. So...
But, still, the fact that his boy... Like, why is he going up to Iggy and saying, listen, Swaggy P's fucking around on you? What are you trying to gain here, bud?
I wonder if he's trying to get...
oh, he's definitely trying. You know he is. You know he is. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Scumbag.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a developing story. I mean, that's ongoing. We'll find out more about that saga. It's fantastic. Other people's misery.
Yeah. Well, do you have anything more for entertainment news, eh?
Oh, that wasn't... I mean, that entertained me.
Well, I'll get into some sports now. I'm sure you have a little bit of sports to talk about.
Oh, buddy. I'm loaded.
So this is where I'm gonna get into sports. This is where it's entertainment because it was on TMZ.
Yep.
But I mean entertainment and sports now. Sports entertainment.
Oh, I know where you're going with this, man.
Johnny Manziel.
Yes, sir.
Johnny Football himself. Johnny Manziel's dad says his son is a druggie and belongs in jail.
All right, so Johnny Manziel, Heisman winner, Texas A&M quarterback, came from rich family, right? He's already rich, right?
Oh yeah, he's doing all right.
He don't you know he's got the money. So Johnny Manziel drafted by the Cleveland Browns. Came in to a shitty system. He's used to winning. If you know anything about the Cleveland Browns, you know they don't win. So he plays there for the year. Does all right, I guess, for Cleveland standards.
Oh yeah, I mean.
And anyway, so yeah, this guy is a fucking train wreck, to say the least. Train wreck. So right now, he looks like a crackhead.
Does he really? Yeah, I haven't seen any recent
You ever seen pictures of this
no.
guy? So right now, the whole thing with Johnny Manziel is He's just partying a lot and doing a lot of drugs.
Well, he's how old though?
I don't know. I have to look into it. He's not fucking. He's like 23.
Yeah. Give him the keys to the kingdom too, right? Like.
Well, I guess he's a fucking disgrace.
I mean, yeah.
When your father comes out in public says you're a fucking drug addict.
Yeah.
So I mean, everyone's reached out to him trying to help him. Nothing's happening. He's just partying. Recently, actually, he, this guy's on the hook for domestic violence. He beat his girlfriend. Oh yeah. So, he beat his girlfriend, blah, 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 and he was actually just suspended today from the NFL for 4 games for the drug policy and whatnot, because he's, posting pictures on Instagram with him partying and doing drugs and shit, right? Oh
my God.
So, this guy... and this is the funny part of the story. So, everyone's been telling him, you gotta start cleaning up, blah, blah, blah. This guy has come out and said... he's going to play in the NFL again.
Yeah.
No, you're not. What team is going to fucking take you back?
Okay.
All right, so he has been publicly humiliating himself, crashing cars, rental cars and shit. Like I think he's being sued.
I wonder if he gets the insurance.
No, man, these are rentals.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but you can get the insurance on the rental.
He's been fucking trashing. He's been renting these mansions, just trashing them, partying, just trashing them. So he's on the hook for, I forget how much it is. It's a lot of money. Like this guy, when he parties, he's going big.
He's partying.
He's going big.
Would you go to a Johnny Manziel party?
Probably.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time, eh?
Yeah, it does. But he's an idiot. So right now, actually, his father came out and said that whole druggy thing, and now, 2 days later or something like after that, he's posting Instagram photos of himself down in Cabo Wabo.
Wabo Cabo.
Yeah, man. So he's down there. He's partying up in this mansion. I think it was like $4,000 a night to rent. So he's down there partying in Cabo Wabo. And there's pictures of him wearing a Browns jersey.
Oh, my God.
Overlooking the Pacific Ocean.
Is he still with the Browns?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But he's wearing a Josh Gordon jersey. Josh Gordon, he was suspended like 3 times for smoking marijuana.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's a fucking idiot too. Great wide receiver, but... So he's down there. He thinks he can come back to the NFL. So here's a guy with domestic violence charge. A drug addict, clearly. He's lost like 70 pounds.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he could play football anymore.
Well, he's definitely not in shape right now.
Oh, fuck no.
Season coming up.
No, God, no. So he's down there, he's partying, and then he comes out and says, and this was a few days ago on maybe the 29th of June. So he came out and said, I'm going to stop drinking on July 1st.
Today.
Yeah, I'm going to stop drinking on July 1st.
Happy Canada Day. Hopefully he wasn't in Canada.
No, but, so, first of all, the problem with that is, I mean, come on, like, if you're actually saying you're going to start cleaning yourself up, when are you going to start? Today. That's when you're going to start. I'm going to start cleaning up today.
Yeah.
You don't say, I'm going to stop drinking 2 days from now. You expect people, the NFL, to take you seriously?
Yeah.
Saying, oh, I'm going to clean up after I have this fucking impressive kegger at this fucking mansion in Cabo Wabo. Please. You think he's... Yeah, this guy's going to be fucking drinking. He already went to rehab. He went for 3 days.
I said no,
3 days.
no,
3 days
no.
and he said he was clean.
Oh my God.
And then he started doing drugs again. Drinking. Partying.
Like, I mean, he's obviously an addict, and you gotta...
Clearly an addict.
Yeah, you gotta... I mean, I hope he gets sober and...
Like, there's a death watch out for this kid because...
Oh, really?
Oh, man, like... Oh, it's just ridiculous. This guy's a fucking joke. He's an embarrassment.
You know, like, the thing that I... you know, and I feel bad that he's an addict, and obviously he needs help. Because originally when all that stuff came out, when he was, drinking too much and everything, I figured, wow, the guy's 23 years old. Like, he's partying, he's got a a shit ton of money and everything. Was any of these stories coming out in college?
Well, no, because I mean he was a winner in college. So he's in college. He's playing for Texas A&M, where his parents gave a huge donation to that school. Yeah. I mean, like I said, he's coming from a family with money, so money's never been an issue. So no, like he was, he's a fantastic player, but just he comes to the NFL, starts losing.
I mean, he's with the Browns too, though, right?
Doesn't matter. Like it's time to grow the fuck up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I agree. I definitely agree.
You're given the opportunity to make some big bucks.
Yeah.
And he definitely had the potential to do it, and here he is, fucking pissing his life away.
Yeah.
Just drinking it and fucking the guy is a fucking mess. Yeah, like I remember seeing the first picture that surfaced of him. He's partying somewhere in LA or something and just skinny.
Yeah.
He had some size to him. He was, he was a good looking guy. Now he just looks like a crackhead.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the whole, I'll start sobering up there in 2 days.
Give me 2 days there.
All right. Well, procrastinate some more.
I already rented the mansion and I already got the booze.
Another thing, who's renting this guy a mansion? He's already trashed a mansion. Him and his fucking goon friends. They partied. They rent these places out and they trash the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Who's renting this guy fucking a mansion?
Yeah.
All the places down there, these $4,000 a night, man. I looked into it, man. There's some places down there they run for $20,000 a night.
Frick.
Like these places are these are like 5-star.
Yeah.
Places, man. You should have seen the pictures.
Well,
man.
it's $4,000 a night. They get a damage deposit. So if he trashes it, what's it matter?
What's it matter?
Well, he already put the damage deposit, which he probably loses every time.
This guy must where's all his money coming from? His dad ain't giving him no money.
Oh, I mean,
he's clearly blown through all his NFL money.
Yeah.
He got his signing bonus, which was like $4 million. That must be gone.
Yeah.
God. Anyway, I mean, that's another story that'll continue to go on, and I'll be following that one too.
Oh, I mean, like the whole Johnny Manziel thing. Like I said, I mean, I hope he gets...
He'll never play in the NFL again.
I don't think so
Ever.
either. But now here's the question. You're a GM, and you got the pick between 2 quarterbacks right now. You're only 2 quarterbacks you get to pick from. We have Johnny Manziel or Tim Tebow. Who do you take?
Buddy. You take Tim Tebow.
Yeah. Wonder if Tim Tebow reached out to him.
Probably not.
You don't think so?
No. He don't got time for that.
No, I'm still trying to deal with my other teammate, my old teammate, Aaron Hernandez.
Ugh. He's locked away for life.
Oh, he's done. Yeah, he's not coming back to the NFL.
No, he's right on the same page with Johnny Manziel.
Well, Johnny Manziel's doing a little better than him, though, but...
I wouldn't say that.
Ooh.
See,
Manziel, if he... Let's say... Okay, today's July 1st. Let's say he stops drinking.
Today's day one.
The only thing, though...
Day one of Johnny sober.
What? Yeah. Sober watch.
Yeah.
Johnny Manziel.
Johnny sober.
Day one. Johnny sober.
Johnny sober.
Day one. The only thing... why would you pick July? Because the season starts in August. Preseason starts August, right?
No, there's no chance. There's no chance
of
him playing in the NFL this season. The funny thing is here, Johnny Manziel, party boy. He's gonna pick July 1st to stop drinking. What's 3 days after July 1st?
Yeah, July 4th.
July 4th.
Well, I mean...
You're telling me Johnny Manziel isn't going to fucking throw a party on July 4th.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. So, today's day one. Next week, we'll be talking about the party Johnny Manziel threw on Monday. Guarantee you.
Oh, no doubt.
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
And that's where we'll leave you with Johnny Manziel for today.
Poor guy.
Yeah, Johnny sober. As of today.
As of today, yeah.
You know?
I hope it works for him.
I haven't seen any news stories on him today, so we'll see.
We'll wait for July 4th.
When I wake up tomorrow and, read the news, we'll see.
Criticizing Johnny Manziel as he takes a drink of beer. Well, then again, you don't have the problem that...
Hey.
Oh my...
Yeah, just...
But
I mean, he's not the only athlete to ever do that. I mean, Christ.
There's got to be another
How many
story.
of these fucking guys that just blow through their money and...
Well, that's what I mean.
Don't seize the opportunity of being an athlete.
Yeah, that ESPN 30. And that's where, when I was watching it, you kind of sit there and you're like, geez, I kind of feel bad for these guys. They're blowing through all this money. And then you're like, no, I don't feel bad for these guys at all.
Not at all.
I mean, blowing through $30 million.
I mean, it's different. If they got a problem, yeah, I get that.
Well, I mean, he clearly has a problem.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they got a problem. They're giving all this money. They don't know what to fucking do.
Oh,
with it,
yeah.
You got guys, they're giving their first paycheck. What do they do with it? They're giving $400,000. Well, they go buy $400,000 worth of blow and sell it.
Yeah.
And then they get caught.
Jeez.
I got this huge... All right, well, I'm going to go make a bunch of money off some blow here. It's like, why don't you just keep playing football and make some more money?
Why don't you take $400,000... Well, you take, say, $250,000 of it and invest it.
They do invest it in drugs.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a quick return. Invest it into something like, I don't know, gold or whatever.
Ain't thinking that, man. They want the quick buck.
Yeah, well, that's...
Right?
Yeah.
They don't want to wait for that 3 years to come up, get a new contract, make the big bucks. They want to make the big bucks right away.
Yeah.
Look at that. I just got my fucking big pay.
Jeez. Yeah, no, I don't see him. I don't see him playing in the league again.
No,
See,
I guarantee you he will never play in that league again. Guarantee it. Who's going to trust him? Who in their right mind is going to trust him? Nobody.
Hamilton Ticats.
No dice.
No, you don't even think so?
No,
you don't
sir.
even think he'll go into the CFL?
No way.
No?
No. God, no.
No?
No.
Oh, jeez.
Did they win tonight? Here you go.
Ticats?
Michael Bodker signs 4 years with the Sharks. $16 million. He's a good player. Eric Stahl. He went to the Wild. 3 years, $10.5 million.
That's like the hockey contracts are
Jeez,
so...
that's his
I'm surprised to see Stahl go to the Wild, though. Like,
well, I mean...
well, they probably offered him the most amount of money.
He was
though.
in New York for just eating up the rest of his contract. Borrowed player. James Reimer. $17 million? Holy fuck.
frig.
James Reimer's
The
not
Panthers, though, so Luongo's done.
No way.
Well, you have Reimer and Luongo. Look at that beard.
That's what I mean. Like, Robert Luongo, like, he's the starting goalie, so you're going to sit there and pay... You're going to pay your fucking backup goalie $17 million? That's
what I mean. Like, so you have Luongo and Reimer in there.
Yeah.
You're paying your backup a shitload of money. And you're paying your starter a shitload of money. Although I think Luongo's probably on the back end of his contract right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But still, you're paying him good money. You want him to be this. He didn't do too bad this year.
No, God, no. Florida had a good year.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Is James Reimer the future goaltender for the Florida Panthers? I mean,
Stanley Cup.
We seen what happened with... I mean, in Toronto, my God. Like, the guy had some very good games, but he was very inconsistent. You know... I definitely was always sitting on the edge of my seat watching the Leafs play when Reimer was in net. Oh, God, what kind of game is he going to have today?
Well, my roommate...
especially when I put money on it.
My roommate out west there, he would always be... He was a huge Toronto fan, and he was always... You would hear him upstairs. He'd be streaming it, I believe, from his computer. Like, all the random games you couldn't see on Sportsnet, because we had Sportsnet Pacific.
Specific.
And so he'd be streaming the games, and you could hear how Toronto was doing by the amount of fuck, fuck, fuck.
It's
Woo! Woo! Right?
Sounds like how I watch a Leafs game.
No, I hear you more disappointedly, like, oh, you fucking idiot.
Well, you know, like,
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
He was very animated, as where you're more like the.
Yeah, but it sounds to me like, you know, this guy actually thought Toronto was gonna win every game. I'm sitting down there, if Toronto isn't down by 4 goals in the first period, like, I'm like, all right,
yeah, we got a shot.
Here we go. It's 2-0 after the first period. Both of those goals were scored in the first 4 minutes of the game. All right, we got a shot here.
Yeah.
We got a shot. They'll come back. Final score 7-1. We didn't come back.
Yeah.
So fuck that.
But
yeah, there's some big deals, eh?
There was some big, and you got these shitheads talking about it. Probably on both friggin' or all the stations. Well, there's really only 2.
Don't get me started on these guys.
Hey, there's a big sports news there. Ron McLean going back hockey night in Canada. Your boy's gone.
My boy.
I knew you were a big George.
George Stambalopoulos.
Yeah.
Oh. That guy was just a fucking disaster, wasn't he?
Yeah, I don't know why they ever picked him. Like, have him interviewing bands and asking generic questions. But
well, you know, he a lot younger in his career. He was on sports radio.
Oh, I didn't know that. It didn't.
But I mean, I think that's the only thing on his resume that was sports related.
Yeah.
Everything else, he was on Much Music for that long haul, when Much Music was a channel.
Yeah.
That showed music.
Yeah, Loud.
Much Loud.
And actually, he did a quite good job at Loud.
Yeah.
Wasn't he always sitting in that?
I think music's more of his element.
Yeah, I think so. I think music and entertainment, like that CBC show.
Well, he's got that show, yeah.
It wasn't bad, but I mean,
I used to watch it when I didn't have cable.
Yeah.
And you can just hook a cable cord into the wall.
Yeah.
And all you would get is Channel 3 in the French CBC.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and Global. So I'd have 3 channels. And fucking, yeah, CBC. I'd just watch CBC all the time, which was fucking a disaster.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd watch that, and then the fucking National. And anyway, so yeah, I mean, he'd have some good guests on there and stuff. But yeah, he was just no good. No good for hockey. He didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. You'd see him interview players, like, it was no good.
Yeah, like...
And then, like, you're trying to sit there through the pain of him trying to talk to a hockey player, and then you just can't take your eye off what he's wearing. Like, oh, God, like, this is a double disaster.
Now, on the other side, you have Don Cherry, who obviously you can't take your eye off what he's wearing.
Yeah, but Don Cherry knows how to talk about hockey.
Yeah.
Don Cherry is hockey.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah. But Ron McLean, I think, I don't know why they never decided to go with him.
So, when Rogers bought out Hockey Night in Canada, when it went to Rogers from CBC, they did this new program. What was it called? He'd always go to a different town. He'd always go to a different town every Saturday night.
Yeah, I know.
And he'd host a show from there. I forget what it was called.
Hockey Town, whatever. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think it was Hockey Town or something like that. Yeah, it would be on every Sunday. It would be a Sunday afternoon game or a Sunday night game. And he'd always do this. He'd always do like a special talking to the people of the community and whatnot. And I think he was even somewhere around here. But anyway,
he was in Moncton.
Yes, you're right. He was. Yeah.
In Moncton, yeah.
So I think that he did that for like 2 years. Yeah, it was like 2 years. So yeah, he did that. So that was like his new role. And then fucking Strombo took over for him. Did an awful job. But I mean, it wasn't just him, man. Like that whole crew they got on there is just pathetic.
Oh yeah, no,
Like, they're just breaking down so much crap.
It's too much. Like, you can do that with baseball. Because baseball is a lot of stats kind of going into that stuff.
Everything,
right?
every sport now has analytics.
Yeah, I understand that.
Every sport is breaking down everything to the T now, and oh yeah.
But I mean, I find with baseball that's kind of something where. But see, during a baseball game, because baseball is a little slower, right?
Yes.
So during the game, they bring a lot of that up as the game's going along. The pitcher's getting ready to throw the pitch or whatever, and they'll bring up he's been throwing blah 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 and this season blah blah blah, and you know what I mean. Like baseball seems to really fit with that. I find with hockey is just, it's such a fast sport. Like football, like the Sunday shows pre-game, right? I mean, you gotta watch Terry Bradshaw, all that stuff. How drunk is he and everything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And they do go into that. They go into their matchups and everything. But there are also so many games going along that they're not really diving really into it.
Yeah.
And during the game, it's not like baseball. And I think they're trying to really do it too much like baseball. Well, what's his power? Now, when you have a series going on, like we had with, say, San Jose and Pittsburgh, and they're going into the power play stats versus in the series, like in the Stanley Cup Finals, when you can do kind of stats like that per series, right? But I just find it's just too much. Like, go right back to the game.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, they sit around, they talk. There's the whole pre-game show now. And the four of them sitting around there in their fucking suits, and you know they got this fantastic new studio with like 10 rooms, like you know, just like just like, you know, they're basing it off the model of football, NFL on Fox or CBS, NFL on CBS, things like that. That I like to watch.
Yeah, I like watching the Sunday football shows.
These boys pump you up for football.
But they're also going into, like, I don't mind intermission in a football or in a hockey game where they're going around the league as to what happened. Or even if you're in the NHL, like you're in the playoffs, diving a bit into the stats, that's fine. But like football, they do that, but each show has their games of the week or whatever, and they do a really good job at it. There's 17 games going on, or how many games are going on usually on a Sunday?
It's usually, you know, you got your one on Thursday now. You got your Thursday night game, you got your fucking Monday night game, and the rest of the fucking games are on Sunday. So you got 5 or 6, usually around 6 games there on. But
they're doing one day.
Yeah, 1 day of coverage.
1 day of coverage to cover everything that's going on. As where hockey is every day there's a game going, right? And to the baseball.
That's why hockey don't matter until fucking January.
Yeah.
You know, the first half of the season. Who cares?
Yeah. No, like I don't know. I don't really like the whole Rogers coverage. I'm not a big fan of Rogers though. You know.
Yeah, they lost a lot of ratings though, I guess. So.
Really, eh?
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, it's they're trying to push a lot of people on this the Rogers center ice package and all this nonsense, and I don't know. I don't know. I watch the games on Saturday night. I'll be able to watch a little bit more now during the week.
Yeah.
So, you know. But, I mean, hockey season's still a little. It just ended.
Yeah.
Penguins won the cup. That's it. It's free agent time. Here's that fucking idiot. Look at this guy. Marc Bergevin.
Yeah, like, I mean, you know.
So he traded away Montreal's face, I guess you would call him. PK Subban. What do you think of that deal?
Well, you got Weber.
Yeah.
Right? Weber's a really good player.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't think it was a.
Talk to any Montreal fan, they don't like it because PK Subban was their boy.
My uncle there, he had the newspaper in his van, and it was a picture of the trades because it had like Stamkos's face on there, Subban's face, and I don't know, someone else. Anyways, he had the big X because he's a Montreal fan, so he had the big X on PK Subban. I don't know, like you know, hockey is it's one of those sports now that, especially salary caps, all this and that. Like, I mean, you take Chicago now, right? Like, Chicago got rid of a bunch of their players. Everyone knows they're gonna win the cup next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you take Chicago, they got rid of all these players, but they got draft picks and you know, they get this and that, and Toronto, God knows what Toronto will end up doing because now they have a shitload of money to play with, and it's just like there's no loyalty, you know what I mean? And every sport kind of has that. You don't have loyalty, but you say take Andrew Luck for the Colts, right? He just signed a huge contract with them, right?
Well, they got loyalty to the Buck, right?
Well, yes, exactly. But the team, like Roethlisberger, will probably always be a Steeler.
Right.
Brady will always.
You don't see it too much. I mean, in football, it's not as bad. I mean, basketball right now. Today was the first day of the free agent signings, and you're seeing a bunch of these shithead players. None of them. I mean, they're good ballers, obviously, but I mean, none of like you're seeing all these max deals.
Yeah.
I mean, today it was Joakim Noah. He signed a max deal. He's making what $70-something million over 4 years. The guy played 29 games last year.
Yeah. 70 million?
Yeah.
Oh my
He's
God.
an injury-prone player. He's 31 years old. 31 years old. He's a big man, right? So, they're signing this big money, and he's not the only one. Moskov, he was on the Cleveland Cavaliers this year when they won the championship. I don't think they even played him the last 3 games of the series. I think he had I think it was like 15 points total in that entire series. Maybe in the entire playoffs. I'd have to look into that, but so here's a guy, he signed big money to the Lakers. So they're giving this guy big money, and he's useless.
Yeah.
Noah, they signed him, big money, max contract, injury prone player. Why even bother? You know, give him some. You know, it's just throwing this money out. Oh, it's bullshit.
Yeah, you know, and see, that's why I kind of like football, because, like you said, you don't get this. You get your big trades, you know, and you get your big contracts and everything, and not that players are like, obviously any player is loyal to who's gonna pay them a bit more. But you take, say, Phillip Rivers, right? Like, he'll probably always be in San Diego. Well, he might get traded, you know. Then again, you know, you look at Manning. Like, you figured Manning would have always been a Colt, but, you know, there he went off to Denver, and in my heart, he'll always be a Colt. But
yeah, but Peyton Manning situation, they drafted Andrew Luck. No,
yeah.
Peyton Manning was getting a little up there.
Well, he's getting
they're looking forward to the future. So they signed Luck. They did what they had to do. Worked out good for them. Andrew Luck came across. He's a fantastic quarterback. Peyton Manning went his own way, won a Super Bowl in Denver, retired. You know, all was good.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Like, I mean, I think when it comes to the trades, and I just find football to be a little less ridiculous as some of these. I don't know if it's just each sport, how the salary cap and all this stuff works.
It's the way it is now, man.
Yeah, but I mean,
Players are signing for that money. You know, you'll come across the occasional guy who will take the pay cut to stay with the team, to be loyal to the team, not to the dollar. But I mean, we'll see what happens. You know, we got some big names out in basketball. You know, Kevin Durant. I think this guy's just playing a bunch of teams for fools. This guy, Kevin Durant, he's setting up shop. OKC. You know, he's been with Oklahoma City for 8 years now. Never won a title.
well, he wants that though. Eh?
He wants the title, so that's just it. So the whole thing is, you know, you got all these teams coming to him. So where is he going to sign? Where is he going to sign? He's a free agent right now. So is he going to sign with a team that's already built? Well, of course. He wants to win a championship. I think he could
Boston.
stay. He could stay in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
You know, they made it. They were one win away from going to the finals. The Golden State ended up beating them. So, anyway, I mean, you know, he's an MVP. 2011, I think it was. He was the MVP. So now he's meeting with a bunch of teams, but I honestly think he's going to stick around in Oklahoma City. Versus going to, you know, Golden State is one of the teams that's actually looking at him right now. So I think they had a big meeting today with the entire organization meeting up with them to talk, you know, try to sell them on going to Golden State. You know, and they're not the only team. I mean, Christ,
No,
you know, you read about it every day. There's Kevin Durant going to possibly Boston, L.A., San Antonio, blah, 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 blah. It's like, holy fuck, like, you know, tell me the news story when it comes, you know, when he actually signs a deal. But I think he's going to stay with Oklahoma City. You know, he's comfortable there. He's got his boy Westbrook there. You know, they got something going. You know, they added some new pieces already. So, you know, I think he's just playing every other team to be a fool. He just wants to hear how good he is from other people, and then he's just going to say, you know what, I'm staying with OKC. Because that's where, you know, I think they could make a run for it. But then you got other players who just sign for the dollar. So.
Well, you have to wonder though if you're doing really good. Where do you want to play in the NBA? You want to play New York, LA.
But do you? Why would you want to play in New York? They suck.
Yeah, I guess.
He's not going to the Knicks. The Knicks were one of the teams in the conversation. Well, according to the media, they were in the conversation, but in the back of his mind, he's not going to New York. They suck. When's the last time they made the fucking playoffs and did anything about it? I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I mean, they just picked up Derrick Rose. I mean, he was with Chicago. You know, he was with the Bulls. He was the MVP there. They just picked him up. Another injury-prone player, fantastic baller, but he's down to one knee now. You know, he's holy shit. All right, we'll talk about that in a minute. So yeah, he's down to one knee. So the Knicks are signing all these players. They're signing. They got Rose, and that's where Noah went. Joakim Noah. They signed him to a max deal. You know, so they're signing this old man who played 29 games last year. They signed Derrick Rose, who played I think he played 60-something games last season. And the previous 2 seasons before that, like, he missed a complete season and then played maybe 20 games or something like that in one of the other seasons. So, like, you know, this guy, he's limping around. Like, he's not playing full seasons.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why would Durant want to go there? He doesn't. He's going to stay in OKC. Mark my words. But anyway, so, I mean...
see that then.
But anyway, let's take a look into some other things that happened. We'll quickly just touch base on a few things here. So like earlier last weekend, I guess it was a big story for a few days. We're gonna talk a little soccer.
Ugh.
A little soccer. Just give me your opinion on this story, though. So Lionel Messi, do you know who that is?
No, yeah.
Lionel Messi, he comes across as God to some people.
Yeah.
So the Copa America Cup was in the United States. It recently just wrapped up. So it came down to Argentina versus Chile. So these two teams met in the previous year. Argentina versus Chile. Chile beat them. Lionel Messi, obviously, he plays for Argentina. If you don't know, he's never won a national title with his country. So he's already lost. He lost last year. He lost a few years back. So this time around, it came down to penalty kicks. This is the championship game, and he comes up and he sails one over the top of the net. This guy is supposed to be clutch.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know penalty kicks in soccer. It should be a fucking goddamn goal.
Yeah.
It's a goal. You step up to the ball. It's like, well, this is going in the fucking net.
Yeah.
You got the fucking goalie up there. He's like, all right, which way is he going? So fucking Lionel Messi. This guy is fucking an amazing soccer player. Anyway, he ends up fucking sailing the ball over the net. And anyways, in the end, and Chile ended up winning the game. Penalty kicks, game over. Chile wins the championship. Right after the game, Lionel Messi says he quits. He won't play for the national team anymore.
Oh.
Never again.
You missed the kick, and you're blaming the national team on that.
Well, no, it's not just that. It's just he's never had success at a national level. He goes up. This is the third championship game he's played with Argentina where they failed. All right, so he just quits. He's 29 years old.
Yeah.
Still got a lot of life left in him.
Yeah.
World Cup's coming up in 2 years.
Yeah.
Why not give it another go? Like, what do you think about that?
He's gonna end up playing.
Well, I mean, that's the overall consensus here.
He's gonna end up playing. He's just throwing up a stink right now and everything. But
you think he's just making a?
He's emotionally he lost the game for his team, but no, World Cup. You think he's gonna sit out? No, he's gonna want to play. Now, after that, if they lose, yeah, he might end up saying, like, all right, I'm done. But at that point, he's 2 years, he's, 29? So say by the time he's, I don't know what the hell the retirement age is for soccer players.
No, I mean, they can go until,
Until they can't run anymore, I suppose.
Yeah.
But no,
he's definitely. In Argentina, they won a gold medal at the Olympics. But the Olympics, that's considered amateur sport.
Yeah.
So he's never won one on the top tier level. FIFA at the World Cup in Brazil 2014, runner up. 2007 in Venezuela, Copa America, runner up. 2015 in Chile, runner up. 2016 United States, runner up. He did win one as on the under 20 team, gold medal, 2005. So he's won a couple of championships on the national level as an amateur.
Nah, he's gonna play.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's just throwing that.
So another keeping on the quitting subject here. So England, of course. England,
we quit Europe.
Well, yeah, this kind of goes with that actually, because England, we're staying with soccer here. If you haven't heard, England lost. They were eliminated from the Euro Cup.
Well, go figure.
To Iceland.
Yeah.
Iceland. This was their first major tournament, and they went up and eliminated England.
Yeah, but England sucks.
Yes, they do, apparently. So England, obviously soccer in England, right?
Yeah.
Iceland has a population of like 300,000.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Probably something. Yeah.
Half of those are women.
Ugh.
All right. Then you got another like. Then you got another bunch that are like, not old enough to play soccer, and then blah 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 blah. So you're left with not much.
Yeah, you're picking the best of the best here for your men's soccer team versus England.
Versus England, which has a vast pool of players.
Yeah.
In everywhere. They play in every league. So yeah, they lose. So immediately after, like, this was the biggest loss in England's history. The biggest loss. The biggest disappointment. So their manager.
What about when they had to friggin' retreat from Hitler in 42?
Well, I mean, I guess we could put it up there. I'm talking on a soccer level here, or a football level.
Yeah.
So anyway, their manager Roy Hodgson, immediately after the game, quits.
Oh.
Just quits. Can't take it. He just fucking quits. See you later. I quit. That's pretty funny.
Geez, eh?
I mean, think about Iceland. Like, what do they do in sports?
Well, I
haven't seen Iceland be so successful on a sport level since the Mighty Ducks Part 2.
Yeah.
When they played Team USA. Coached by Gordon Bombay.
And I think the Mighty Ducks had to. No, was it the Mighty Ducks or Iceland who had to beat Team Jamaica? Either way.
That was the USA.
Why wasn't Canada? USA beat Team Jamaica, eh?
Yeah, like, why was Jamaica in a hockey tournament?
Canada wasn't in there. Anyways, Iceland. Wait a minute. So Iceland eliminated England. So they're up against who?
So Iceland is playing.
Either or. Doesn't matter. Iceland versus England. If you had to take Iceland in a bet, you would have made a shitload of money, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Probably, yeah. So that just goes into the same thing as, who was it, Leicester City?
Yeah, Leicester.
Leicester City, who had just won. And had you put money on that, you would have...
Oh, they were paying like 5,000 to 1.
Yeah, 5,000 to 1. So I don't know what the odds were.
They just won the Barclays Premier League.
Yeah. So the odds for Iceland to beat England. Now, I have...
So Iceland will be playing France tomorrow afternoon. France is the host country for this tournament. Go Iceland.
You're going Iceland against France?
Absolutely, man. This tournament's fantastic. Wales just beat Belgium today. That's huge. Portugal slipped by Poland. Germany and Italy playing today. And France and Iceland will be playing on Sunday.
Jeez, usually you're most, when it comes to history, to hear Germany slips through Poland.
Well, this time it was Portugal that slipped through Poland via penalty kicks.
Yeah, Portugal's got not... They got nothing going for them. They need something. All right, so also Jose Reyes, 4-time All-Star, National League batting champion of 2011. He's the New York Mets leader in triples, stolen bases. Played for the Mets from 2003 to 2011. Since then, he's played for the Marlins, the Jays, and the Rockies. This off season, while on vacation with his wife in Hawaii, he beat her. Oh my God. I shouldn't be laughing at that, but... He beat her. Domestic violence. There's baseball, too, eh? Like, yeah, usually you're hearing that about NFL stars around now. Yeah, well, apparently there was some sort of commotion, and he ended up beating her. We're at a hotel? Yeah, I think it was at their resort or something. Isn't that what Ray Rice did too? Yeah, Ray Rice did the same thing. Oh my jeez. Eh? Oh yeah, man, it doesn't stop, this domestic violence. So anyway, this guy, he is on a big contract right now. With who? Well, Colorado had him on a big contract. So he was currently a member of their roster when this happened. This was in the off season in January, I think. So anyway, he beat her, blah, blah, blah. He got suspended February 23rd, I think. February 23rd to April
on paid leave, and then after
On paid leave.
paid
eh?
leave, yeah, and then April to May 31st, he was suspended with no pay. So I think he lost something like $6 million. The New York Mets picked him back up,
Yeah.
and they designated him to the minor leagues, where he's currently now. He's been there for about a week. I guess he'll probably be back on the major leagues on the New York Mets team there probably within the next week.
Yeah.
So the Mets signed him on for $500,000 for a year. The Colorado Rockies still owe him $38 million.
Holy. So the guy beats his wife,
Yeah.
loses $6 million,
Yes.
gets signed to a team where they're going to pay him $500,000.
Right.
Whatever. But his old team still has to pay him $30 million.
Yeah, they're on the hook. They released him. They released him once they knew about this.
But there's no clause where, like...
They owe it to him. It's not like the NFL where they can just be like, fuck you. We're ripping up your contract. So this is guaranteed money that's owed to him.
But there's nothing. There's... Oh, wow.
No. So they owe him the money. He'll get his $38 million.
Yeah.
Or something along there. I mean, I could be off on the figure. It's around there.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Even if it was $1 million, though, eh? Could you imagine beating the boss and getting a bunch of money from
Yeah,
him?
man.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy, eh? Another thing that was going on earlier this week was the whole Team USA basketball, the upcoming Rio Olympics.
Oh, yeah, that's a mess right there, too.
USA's star players, LeBron, he ain't going.
Are any of the stars going?
Oh,
Like
man.
young guys, I guess.
The USA, man, like, they're going. Like, a bunch of guys dropped out, but there's, the team they're sending over is still going to win a gold medal.
They're going to still have
They're
a
going to
great
win their
team.
third in a row. They're not the only, a bunch of golfers dropping out. And, every sport. Russia's track and field team's not allowed to compete because of steroid use, and what a mess.
Oh, yeah, no,
Just yesterday, it was reported that the spot where they're playing beach volleyball, where the beach volleyball competition's happening,
Yeah.
pieces of a dead body floated up on the sand, actually. Just right next to where they're going to be playing beach volleyball in August. Yeah. So yeah, there was like a foot, I think it was. A foot just floated up on the sand.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like... I almost want to watch the Olympics just to see the disaster that is going to be.
But NBC, they're going to be like, oh, what a fantastic place to be.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be
if
the
you're
greatest.
not reading the actual news stories, you're
my
like, oh, wow.
God, Brazil's been
Rio
doing...
is so beautiful.
What a great place. Like,
Do you
why
know
wouldn't you have
Did you
it
know
there?
they don't pay their police officers or their fire
Well, that would explain why you're finding feet and everything like that. Like, I'm sorry, you got to pay your cops some money, right?
Basically, when you get into Rio, there's a sign there that says basically like "Welcome to Hell," like
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
enter at your own risk kind of thing. Like, yeah, like all right, like
your
I'm
money up
gonna
your
bring
butt.
my family
Oh,
there to
yeah,
fucking
exactly.
watch me compete in the Olympics. The fucking Zika virus.
But
no,
then
sir.
you have to wonder, right? You have, like, this. Why would you hold the Olympics there?
Money, bud.
What money?
Oh, let's see, where else? I mean, I think there was Rio. Where was the other places here? I'm going to check real quickly here. There was 4 places that were in the bids for this year.
Like, like, I understand Rio probably offered a lot of money and all this stuff, right? But
what money?
Oh, well, the money they're probably stealing off of the population, right? The money that they're not paying their police with, apparently.
But the World Cup was there.
Yeah,
of soccer.
and that was a
Just a few
disaster.
years ago, and how much money did they pump into building new stadiums and all this
Oh,
shit
yeah.
that just got used for then? And now they've just been sitting there not doing nothing, not making no money.
No, but
So
I mean
they already
that.
blew all their money.
But I mean that's no different than when the Winter Olympics were in Calgary, right?
Yes.
And I think Calgary broke even probably mostly because they had money from oil or whatever coming in. But I think most cities, from what I understand, most cities that host the Olympics don't make their money back.
No, they don't. They're just making money off of anything that's being spent around their town.
Yeah,
like,
and
they're
and
not
I think,
making any profit
and
off
that's
the
the
Olympics.
whole thing. So like Rio will be making money from the tourists.
Yeah, but who the fuck's going there? What tourist wants to go there?
But there's so many people who are just.
All right, so
Oh my god, sounds fantastic.
So Rio won. They won the right to host the Olympics. These are the other three places that were in line here in the bidding process here. So finishing in fourth place was Chicago in the United States.
I mean, you're gonna have it.
Much better than Rio.
No, I mean they've got a lot of murder. The murder rate's going up pretty bad there. But
Yeah, but
in comparison to Rio,
like you go to Rio, you get stabbed as soon as you walk in, or
you'd probably go to Chicago and have that problem.
Yeah,
but I mean, I guess you'd have at least you have cops getting paid.
Yeah, so I mean they were out in the first round of bidding.
Yeah.
Receiving the lowest, and third place Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah, I mean I could see Tokyo. Like you don't really hear too many problems about Japan. They're like the future over there, eh?
I guess. And then second place Madrid, Spain.
Yeah, I mean once again, aside from them,
So Spain actually in the first round of bidding received the most votes.
I mean, it would make more sense to me to see them go to Spain. Well, it would make more sense for me to see them go back to, what was it, London was the last one they had at the Summer Olympics. Like, go back to London, and then everything kind of pays for itself. I know they're not going to do that, but I could see Spain. I mean, I think they're broke anyways. Like, what country isn't? But I could see Spain being a better pick. Then Rio, like, I mean, Spain, you would probably just hear about, like, the plumbers installed urinals in the shower or something stupid like that, right? As where Rio, you're hearing about feet floating up on the beach volleyball.
Yeah, I mean, there's just devastating sanitation issues. There's the Zika virus.
Oh, you got those. Yeah,
that's the main thing going on here.
Thing.
This is the Summer Olympics. Like
Summer Olympics, mosquitoes.
You want to be out on a fucking golf course?
A mosquito just bit me. I don't know what the. Oh yeah, no, like.
Then there's the whole political thing, the political instability going on there.
Well, when you're not paying your cops, there's probably something going on that
Just a gigantic economic crisis.
Yeah,
it's fucking retarded. But yeah, I mean, just watch NBC and they'll fucking make you want to take a vacation there.
Oh yeah, you're like, my God.
Look at the beautiful waters. They're showing you the waters where the fucking...
A body with no foot just floating.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Oh, he must be going out for a swim.
Somebody must have dropped something off their boat. Oh, please.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so we'll sift through a few other things here. We got, another thing. Former Indianapolis Colt Zerlon Tipton, he's dead. He's the guy who accidentally shot himself. 26 years old. He brought his car into the car dealership, had a duffel bag in his trunk. There was 2 guns in it, apparently loaded. One went off, shot him in the stomach. He bled it. Well, went to the hospital, died, I think, the next day. He's dead.
But you don't hear a big gun control
no, you don't.
about that, eh?
No, you don't. Let's quickly run through some of these weekly arrests here I like to look at.
The weekly arrests.
The weekly arrests. Stephen Matlock. Here's one you'll find funny. He is a NCAA football player, true freshman. Came into the league as a true freshman. I think he's a senior now. June 21st, Moscow, Idaho. He plays for the Idaho Vandals, by the way, if anyone cares. He was cited for stealing 2 cases of Keystone Light from the grocery store. Total value of $42.38. 6'2", 270 pounds senior. He majors in criminology. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Keystone? Like, if you're stealing beer, like, what are you just stealing? Keystone Light?
Yeah.
Keystone Light, really?
Majors in criminology, too, eh? Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Sociology and criminology.
Well, that just goes to show you what a sociology and criminology degree gets you nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like Keystone, like if he steals something worth it, right? In fact, he probably could have stole like a thing of Crown Royal, a quarter Crown Royal or whatever, right? And hit it better. Like, how do you steal a case of beer?
Yeah, I don't know. Bryce Cashman, another university student, University of North Dakota. The Fighting Hawks. DUI, 19 years old.
Well, I mean,
Blew a .17.
what the hell's the average?
I don't know. .17 is pretty drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like 8 beer at least.
Holy frick. Well, and 19 down in the States, you can't even drink.
Well, he's
so.
225 pounds, so he drank more than 8. Preston Parker, former NFL wide receiver, pleads guilty to possession of blow and paraphernalia. He's out on 3 years probation. Play for the Bucks, my Bucks, 2010 to 2012. Play for the Giants.
Wait, did he win a ring then?
2014?
No, he wouldn't.
No. And another university player, Jordan Thomas, University of Oklahoma cornerback. Just arrested recently. Alleged disturbance at a bar, public intoxication, assault, and battery.
Jeez.
So, yeah. Pretty light week for arrests, actually.
Well, for now, right? Like the,
Yeah.
it'll get up there.
I don't know. That's all I got.
That's all you got for sports? Well, listen, I got something I was watching here this week. This is completely off sports. This is a different topic on its own, but I was watching something, Beauty and the Geek.
What's that?
I don't even know if it's still on TV anymore, but it was I think it was like a bunch of girls who wanted to date like a geek, right? Like, I don't know, maybe the geek has millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars.
But it is kind of like what's that show there, you know, where they give them the rose? Women watch that. The Boss must watch that, eh? The Bachelorette or the Bachelor or something, yeah. Anyways, there was an episode
Actually, let me just interrupt you very quickly. Aaron Rodgers' brother is on that show currently. The current season of that right now.
He's... Wait, The Bachelor or
he's
The Bachelorette?
No, he's on The Bachelorette. He's one of the 16 guys that are competing.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. I just thought that was funny.
What's his name?
I think it's Jordan.
Jordan
Rodgers.
Jordan Rodgers, eh?
I guess him and his brother have an unhealthy relationship.
Yeah, but if I was the girl, I'd pick him because you can get into that NFL money. Anyways.
Anyway, that's funny though.
On this episode of Beauty and the Geek, the women were given a challenge that they had to dress down, no makeup. They had to get clothes from like a vintage rack, so like Value Village or whatever, right? And the whole point of the challenge was to see who could get the most amount of free drinks at a club. Right?
Okay.
So these women had to dress down. They had to, they had to look like I'm going into the grocery store, pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they all had problems because, I mean, I thought they were all pretty good-looking broads. They're on friggin' TV, so they're on this Beauty and the Geek thing, so they're pretty good-looking girls. But anyways, they're going into this club, and the club would be, I don't know what the hell a high-end club is around town, but they're going into this high-end club, and they're all dressed down with no makeup, and so one of them goes up and is just like, oh, how about you buy me a drink? And one of the guys just like, oh, I would, but I don't have any money. So the whole thing was kind of just playing on, like, this is putting women down into the position that we are in as men. Because, when you're a man going into the club, like, you're trying to pick up, it's a little harder because, I mean, women know they know you're what you're after, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, anyways, a lot of these girls were getting, oh, I don't want to hear about your... Anyways, they were still getting free drinks. And they were just complaining about it, like how hard it is. Like, oh my God, I didn't realize how hard it was. Like I don't have my makeup on and everything. But they're still getting free drinks, a lot of them. Even if it's 1 or 2 free drinks, you have a lot of the other guys who... Because they were in a club with a bunch of other girls who were actually dressed up to, give her and everything like that. So they were the ones who dressed down. But I was, when they were just talking about how hard it is... And I'm thinking, like, well, welcome to a guy's life when he goes to a bar, right? Like, yeah. I mean, a lot of them were saying, I don't even know if I can go up and talk to a guy if I don't look good and all this stuff. Like,
yeah.
And it just shows, like, the amount of balls it takes as a guy to go up and talk to a girl, to spring on a conversation, whether it is to buy them free drinks or whatever. I don't know,
man.
Like, when I went to a bar, I never wanted to buy a girl a drink. Like, if I went to a bar, I was getting drunk. What?
He just gave him a DDT. Look at this. NASCAR fight. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, like, when I go to a bar, like, I'm getting drunk. Like, if you meet a girl there and everything, and, it goes into, yeah, hey, I'll buy you a drink or something, but... they're never the ones buying you a drink. Anyways, one girl said it was the worst day of her life. But this is what men deal with all the time, right?
Sure.
So this leads me into the old topic of online dating.
Oh.
I don't know if Dragon ever had to deal with online dating.
No, I never got into that.
No?
Never had to.
No, it's I met my ex online. That kind of threw me off to be on online dating.
How'd that work out for you?
Like, online dating, I guess, is no different than meeting a girl in a bar or whatever, right? I mean, you don't really know the people. Like, it's hard out there. It's hard out for both.
It'd be easier to talk to.
No, see, the whole thing is, like, as a guy, say you go on, you read a girl's profile, oh, wow, I see you're into, your job is a nurse. Wow, that's great, you care about people. What got you into nursing? They're not going to read that. Like, girls are getting, 100 messages a day. God knows how many of them are just like, hey, what's going on? Or, you want to bang tonight? You know what I mean? Like, you know what guys are like. So they got to sift through all that shit, right? So I see it being hard for girls because they have to deal with all that BS. I always wanted to start a profile, but just take, like, some random girl's picture and just to see the messages they get.
I know some people that did that, actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, they were getting some pretty bad messages.
Just dick pics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I was thinking about maybe doing that with the boss's picture, but
No, that'd be starting the war.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, but you're
Any girl, though, it doesn't even matter, right?
You're just getting like, hey, babe, and then the next message is a dick pic.
No, yeah, exactly.
It's disgusting.
And you get the occasional messages where the guy's like, "Oh, hey, they're great," but you don't have time to read through that shit. And then as a guy, because I know a couple guys who went through online dating. I have one buddy there, the Cat Man.
Yeah.
His theory was you got to carpet bomb the whole site, so you just message every girl.
Yeah.
No matter what, right? And you're bound to get at least one response. I had one buddy, though, who fairly good-looking guy and everything like that. He, hardest time, he ended up meeting a girl off there. But, I mean, geez, it took him like 3 months. So it's really hard on there, I think, for both. But I do have an article on here that I think... this is 9 real-life online dating horror stories that will make you quit OkCupid forever. OkCupid is a online dating site. I don't know.
Okay, no, I don't know about it.
Well, it's one of the online dating sites. So the title of this one is The Guy Who Really Likes Spreadsheets. I went on a 4-hour Tinder date with a match who proceeded to walk me through the intricacies of Excel. Every day he charted his height, his weight, what he ate that day, what he weighed, what he read, what he watched. He went on to talk about it for 4 hours. This is Joe, 22. This is what made her quit online dating. Jeez. The Cheater. I met a guy on Tinder who... Wait a minute, this is all like Tinder. Why would you be quitting... Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with OkCupid. This is all Tinder. I met a guy on Tinder who drove through a different state just to meet... Or I drove through a different state just to meet him. I found him on Facebook later that night after we hooked up. And I realized he was cheating on me with his girlfriend.
Okay.
Obviously, it's Tinder, right? Like, the guy probably went on Tinder for that, right?
Yeah.
But see, now girls are going on Tinder. It's not a hookup thing. It's like, I want to meet the guy of my dream. But my whole thing is, why would... Like, you want to meet me in Quebec? The long lost creep. A group of us went to Miami for spring break, where we used Tinder as a way to figure out what was going on each night. One of my matches, let's call him Alex, seemed really nice and helpful, but I never actually met up with him in person. A year later, I got a call from Alex asking if he can travel across country to visit me, stay in my house, and meet my parents. No. Like, these are all stories from girls who are just... Like, this is why they're quitting online dating, right?
Right.
There's one on here, though, that is... okay, yeah. The guy who met me on his own date, March Madness style. This one's a bit of a long one. Met a guy who brought me on a date, but he brought his whole office out. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the whole thing is he gets his buddies from the office to come out with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're all betting on how far he can get with her and all this stuff. And can he get a number? Can he, go on? Anyways, he ends up saying, like, she's getting along with him and everything. And he ends up saying, like, oh, you just made me a lot of money. She's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, see all these people around the bar? Like, they're all from my office when we're in a pool right now. To see how much money.
Jesus Christ.
Where's this one guy, though? Oh, yeah. Here's a good guy. The guy with conveniently bad timing. A year or two ago, I went out with a guy who was actually very nice and charming, in quotations, British. Okay. Oh, you look so good.
You look so good.
He took me on 3 dates before telling me during sex that he had a girlfriend. Like, why do you bring that up?
Well,
Like,
I mean, it's really the best time to bring something like that up.
But just pumping away and you're like, oh, by the way, I got a girlfriend, right?
He just fucking maybe he felt guilty.
Yeah. Oh, God, I have a girlfriend. I shouldn't do this. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Told me during sex that he had a girlfriend. And then I kicked him out. But then he asked me for the Wi-Fi password so he could get an Uber driver. These are all like girls who are just. This is why they're quitting online dating. Like, I can only imagine, like, if you could be a guy and sit through the shit that we have to go through online dating. Like, I know you've never been through it. I have. You got to read these girls' profiles. You know, you gotta. Oh, it's just it. I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't think it really works. But I mean, there's always those people who.
Well, I mean, you know.
They've met their loved ones or whatever through online dating. It's harder out there for guys. I don't know. Even in just person. I don't know if you agree or not. Do you think it would be easier to get laid to be a woman or to be a guy?
Well, I mean, the women have the power, I think.
Yeah.
So it'd be easier for them to get laid because they can just be like, hey, let's go. And the guys just be like, well, fucking right.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
So they're going out. I'll slay this beast.
Yeah. But see, now, you say that the guys have the power now. I was just watching.
No, the girls have the power.
Or the girls, sorry, have the power.
Yeah.
I was watching my Lifetime movie network.
Oh, God.
Movies this week. And there was one what was it called? Indecent Seduction. This was a movie about a football coach, a high school football coach, who started a relationship with a young high school girl.
Mm-hmm.
The high school coach was played by Ricky Bobby's dad. Can't remember his name.
No, me either.
But you know who I mean, though,
Yeah.
right? And the girl who he seduces was played by the oldest girl in Beethoven. You know what I mean by that, eh?
Beethoven.
The blonde one? You know the
Beethoven.
movie Beethoven?
But the musician?
No. Like the movie Beethoven with the dog.
Oh, the fucking Saint Bernard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like the oldest daughter?
Yep.
She was like.
Well, I don't know, but I know the movie. Like, I can't put a face to her.
Anyways, he starts dating her and, you know, gets all upset when she's talking to other guys. He says he's in love with her and everything, right?
Right.
And, anyways, he ends up getting fired from his job and going to jail because, you know, he's banging a high school broad. Now, what do you think about these high school boys who are banging the teacher? The hot teacher, too. You know when you see those ones from Florida?
Good on them.
Yeah, that's what I mean, eh?
Fucking right.
It's
Good on them.
You would say it's the same situation, but, like, personally, a lot of people might say that is sexist.
Well, I mean, I guess it is.
So, obviously what we're going to have to do here is you're going to have to take PBS's Are You Sexist quiz.
All right, let's do it.
You want to see if you're sexist? Okay, so now the way this goes is I ask the question.
Yeah.
And there's strongly agree, somewhat agree, slightly agree, somewhat agree strongly. You know what I mean?
All right.
Okay.
I'm game. I am game.
Okay. Is Dragon sexist?
Give me a minute.
You want to take a minute?
Just give me a minute.
All right.
Clear my head.
There was also another movie I was watching. It was with DJ Tanner Candace Cameron Bure and Zach Morris. I don't know what the hell his name is. And they were both in university, and anyways, he ends up raping her, and then they have to do the whole... this is all a Lifetime movie. This is what it's all about. But there was one question that came up in the movie where they were talking about, like, well, what did you say? And did you say maybe? And the guy's like, well, that's the whole thing I don't get. Like, if a girl says maybe, what does that really mean? Well, she actually said no, so that's rape, which I would agree, that's rape. But he's like, I don't understand the maybe thing. And I was like, how do you, as a college person, not know what a maybe means? Obviously, the maybe means, like, okay, hey, do you want to have sex or whatever? And they're like, maybe. That's where you got to try harder, right? Oh, yeah. I don't know. I assume that's what it means. Like, if a girl says maybe, that's where you just got to start putting the pressure on a bit more to get that maybe to a yes, right?
Sorry, I stepped out there. I didn't hear what you said. Anyway, let's get on with this quiz here.
Anyways, we'll go on to this. Is Dragon sexist? So, here's the question. Many women have a quality of purity that few men possess. Do you strongly agree or disagree strongly?
Many women have.
Yeah, welcome to the world of feminism, buddy. How do you word that question? Many women have a quality of purity that few men possess.
So what do I answer? Like, disagree or agree?
Well, do you agree with it? Do you strongly agree with it? So you have disagree strongly, disagree somewhat, disagree slightly, agree somewhat, agree strongly.
Holy fuck. Should I write that down?
I know, eh? This is to figure out if you're sexist.
So I got 3 levels of agreeing and 3 levels of disagreeing.
Yeah.
I'm going to slightly agree with that.
You're going to slightly agree.
Slightly agree with that.
Agree somewhat.
Men are pigs.
That sounds sexist right there. Okay. Women should be cherished and protected by men.
Slightly agree.
Agree.
Slightly.
Women Women seek to gain power by getting control over men. Agree, like, to what degree? What degree do you agree with that?
Read the question again.
Women seek to gain power by getting control over men.
Strongly agree.
You strongly agree?
Yes.
Okay. Number 4. Every man ought to have a woman he adores.
Strongly agree.
Strongly agree, eh?
Is that the highest form of agreeing?
That's the highest form of agreeing.
That's what I want, then. Gotta love your woman, man.
Number 5. Men are incomplete without women. Now, if
I slightly agree to that. I mean,
because if you were gay,
no, not on that, not that at all. I mean, some men just they don't need a woman, you know.
Agree slightly.
Is this like, you know, I can go out and, you know, still have relations with women, but I don't need one in my life?
Yeah, I don't know. It really doesn't go deeply into it.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like,
we'll
some men don't need, you know, you don't need that woman in your life.
We'll agree slightly.
All right.
Question 6. Okay. Women exaggerate problems they have at work.
Strongly agree. Next question.
Okay. Once a woman gets a man to commit to her, she usually tries to put him on a tight leash. Once a woman gets a man to commit to her, she usually tries to put him on a tight leash.
I got a kind of disagree with that.
Disagree slightly, disagree somewhat, disagree strongly.
Slightly. Well, I mean...
Well, I already put the answer.
Alright.
We're going to next.
Let me just fucking clarify that a little bit here. Because sometimes, you know, I mean, through past experiences, you know, you get with a woman. And they're all cool in the beginning.
Yeah.
You can do what you want, blah, blah, blah. But as time goes on, that leash gets tighter.
Yeah, you sound sexist to me.
Slightly disagree.
You sexist.
If that's what that falls under.
Look at this.
Is that the end of the quiz?
No, it's not. Well, for frig's sakes here.
What's the problem?
It's not letting me go to the next question.
How am I doing? Is Dragon a sexist or what?
Well, I can't really... I don't know.
You don't know. You're the quiz master.
I'm just... No, I don't have the answers to the questions. I just... Here, let me take this out of the fucking phone box here. I don't see how it would work for every other question, yet not this one. I think you broke it. Your sexism just broke.
That's sexist?
Yeah, your sexism just broke. Okay. When women lose men... when women lose to men in a fair competition, they typically complain about being discriminated against.
Agree.
Well, to what level do you agree? Slightly, somewhat, or strongly?
Somewhat.
Somewhat?
Yeah.
Taking the middle. Has no balls, folks. Many women get a kick out of teasing men by...
Strongly agree.
Okay, wait for the question. Many women get a kick out of teasing men by seeming sexually available and then refusing males' advances.
Strongly agree.
Agree strongly. Okay. Women compared to men tend to have superior moral sensibility.
Wait, what? Read that again.
Women compared to men tend to have a superior moral sensibility. So they feel like they are more morally superior. They're better.
I definitely agree with that. Strongly.
You are seeming like fucking throwback to the 1950s pig style.
You mean a real man?
Men, this is number 11. 11 of 17.
Holy shit.
Men should be willing to sacrifice their own well-being in order to provide financially for a woman in their lives. So I'll say that again. Men should be willing to sacrifice their own well-being in order to provide financially for the woman in their lives.
Strongly agree.
Jeez, PBS. Okay. Jeez, they're really not knocking it out of the park here. Look at this.
Next question, please.
Oh, there you go. Feminists, question 12. Feminists are making unreasonable demands of men.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to take that as an agree strongly.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this is going to be a tough question for you. I don't want you to feel offended or take offense by by what you give an answer to. You're allowed to answer this any way you want. Prefer not to answer is actually one of the answers. And I really want you to think about this one.
I'll do my
What
best.
is your gender identity? Male?
Male.
Female? Other? Prefer not to answer.
Male.
You're going to go male, eh?
That's what I am, man.
yeah,
That's what I was born with.
This is probably the most sexist. It's probably blowing up PBS. This is why I can't get it going right.
'Cause they're getting some real answers. That's why.
Prefer your age range, 18 to 34. Do you live in the United States? No. Oh, you're not sexist then. If so, please select state, Alabama. What's your highest level of education attained?
Grade 12.
Yeah, grade 12. Please identify your...
What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, well, exactly, right? Please identify your house...
fucking question. What the fuck is this you're reading?
Please identify your household income. I'm going to put prefer not to answer.
No, I'm not telling anyone that.
Yeah. Please.
It's no one's business.
Submit. All right. It's calculating. Oof. I got it. Your score is a 4.33.
Was that good or bad?
Well, the average man is a 2.24.
So I'm sexist as fuck.
The average woman is a 1.6. So you are in the red. You are a sexist. Now,
Oh, shit.
do you want to hear the good news?
Absolutely. I love good news.
Okay, the good news is I did this quiz earlier.
Oh, God.
And I got a 4.5. So I am more sexist than you. On that, folks, I want you to have a great night. Happy Canada Day. Episode 1 complete.
Be kind to your women.